5 mistakes killing earthworms in your raised beds and ground garden. Stop doing these. Earthworms are the unsung heroes of every fertile garden. Whether you're growing in raised beds or directly in the ground, these soil engineers keep your soil alive and productive. They tunnel through the earth, aerating it, pulling down organic matter and enriching it with castings that plants love. But here's the truth. Many gardeners unintentionally drive earthworms away or kill them outright through common mistakes. If your raised beds or in-ground plots look tired, compacted, or lifeless, chances are you're making one of these errors. Let's dive into 5 earthworm-killing mistakes and how to avoid them so your soil teems with life again. Mistake number 1. Overusing synthetic fertilizers and chemicals. Both raised beds and ground gardens suffer when synthetic fertilizers or pesticides dominate. In raised beds, the confined soil volume magnifies the effects of chemical inputs, quickly raising salt levels that burn earthworm skin and dehydrate them. In ground gardens, the same problem spreads across a larger area, disrupting entire soil ecosystems. Instead of dumping in fast-acting fertilizers, nourish your soil the way worms prefer, through organic matter. Add compost, worm castings, leaf mold, or well-rotted manure to your raised beds at least once a season, layering it on top so worms can drag it down. For ground gardens, mulch paths and beds heavily with straw, leaves, or grass clippings to provide steady food and moisture. So, if you're looking for a liquid fertilizer that's safe for worms, you might want to try compost tea. All you have to do is mix 1 part finished compost with 5 parts water, let it steep for about 24 hours, and then strain it. Just apply this right to the soil whether you're working in raised beds or open plots. Unlike chemical fertilizers, compost tea actually strengthens both your worms and your plants. Now, mistake number 2 is over-tilling and excessive soil disturbance. A lot of raised bed gardeners think they need to dig and turn the soil between crops, but honestly, this destroys worm tunnels and burrows. And for in-ground gardening, repeated tilling can be even more damaging, breaking up entire underground networks and leaving worms exposed to predators. Earthworm tunnels are just so important. They let plant roots follow deep pathways of oxygen, water, and nutrients. If you destroy those tunnels, you're really setting your soil back by months, maybe even years. Raised beds, in particular, do best with a no-dig approach, since the soil is already loose and contained. Just top dress with compost or mulch, and let the worms handle the rest. In ground gardens, transition to low-till practices by layering organic matter and planting cover crops instead of ripping the soil apart each season. You'll quickly see more worm castings on the surface, proof that your soil workforce is returning. Mistake number 3. Allowing soil to dry out completely. Moisture management is one of the biggest differences between raised beds and ground gardening. Raised beds dry out faster because of their smaller soil volume and exposure on all sides. If you let a raised bed go bone dry, worms will suffocate or dive deep out of reach. In ground gardens, extended drought or bare, exposed soil can be just as deadly. The fix is mulch and consistent watering. Cover the soil surface in raised beds with shredded leaves, straw, or even chopped comfrey to help retain moisture. In ground gardens, apply a thick mulch blanket across the soil to protect worms from the scorching sun. So, when you're watering, it's best to skip those shallow sprinkles. Instead, really soak your raised beds until the water reaches about 6 to 8 inches deep. And for in-ground plots, aim to apply at least 1 inch of water each week. This, helps ensure that worms have a consistent, moist environment where they can truly thrive. Mistake number 4 is using harsh soil amendments and incorrect pH balancers. Soil health honestly isn't about quick fixes, but gardeners often overdo it with things like lime, ash, or other strong amendments. In raised beds, because the soil is confined, an overdose of lime or wood ash can shift the pH really quickly, making the space uninhabitable for worms. And in ground gardens, heavy applications might spread damage across a much wider zone. Worms actually prefer soil pH between 6.0 and 7.5. Instead of shocking your soil, make gradual corrections. For raised beds, just sprinkle dolomitic lime at no more than 1 cup per 10 square feet, and then follow up with a good watering. For ground gardens, scale up based on your square footage, but, Never dump amendments in heaps. If you're looking for a gentle, worm-safe alternative, try a diluted liquid seaweed feed. Just mix 1 tablespoon of liquid seaweed into 1 gallon of water and pour it evenly across the soil. This supports both worms and plant roots without the risk of burning. Mistake number 5. Neglecting organic matter and food sources. Perhaps the most common mistake of all is failing to feed earthworms. Raised beds, because they're often highly managed, can quickly run out of organic matter if you only add fresh soil or compost once in a while. Ground gardens, when left bare or over-harvested, can also become worm deserts with nothing left to eat. The solution is simple. Keep feeding worms. In raised beds, top dress every few weeks with kitchen scraps like vegetable peels, coffee grounds, or crushed eggshells, as well as shredded newspaper or seasonal leaves. Cover with a thin layer of soil or mulch to keep pests away, and worms will do the rest. In ground gardens, you should practice trench composting. Just dig a shallow trench, fill it with scraps, cover it back, and watch as worms flock to the buffet. By making sure there's always organic matter available, you really turn your beds, whether they're raised or in ground, into worm havens. Whether you grow in raised beds or directly in the ground, earthworms are honestly the foundation of fertile soil. They just can't survive in hostile conditions filled with chemicals, tillage, dryness, or starvation. But when you protect them with organic matter, consistent moisture, and gentle soil care, they reward you with richer soil, stronger plants, and healthier harvests. Don't let these 5 mistakes rob your garden of its greatest allies. Start making small, steady changes today, and pretty soon your raised beds and ground plots will be full of worm activity. If you found this guide helpful, hit subscribe to Soil and Crop Central and share this with fellow gardeners. Together, we can keep our soils alive and productive, one worm at a time.